She's like a sickness in my brain, a vision standing by the window pane. She ripples through the blinds and leaves me in a daze. It's in the way her body moves me, the way she grabs me and intoxicates, until the signals in my mind forget to operate. Pressure in your fragile skull. I take my pleasure from my alcohol. She'll never give you any time at all. She just comes and goes, you know. And she's got me living in a chemical love, and
Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back to my channel. So this is kind of a different coffee and crime time because I'm going a little bit off book. I'm going rogue. I'm going real chit-chatty because there's been things on my mind that I wanted to talk about, and just little things that'll pop up that I'll be like, oh, I want to discuss that with somebody. First off, I want to give you some updates on the Manson family Occult series. So part 1 and part 2 are already up, and I said I was going to get all the parts up before I went to Mexico. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen because, so I recorded part 3 already, but as is normal with my content, when I record, I find that there's more to talk about. There's more that needs to be discussed because, I mean, this is a span of so many years. This involves so many people's lives, and you really can't just glaze over certain parts of the story because they're all so important and integral. So there's going to have to be a part 4. And I don't even think that I will be able to edit part 3 and have that up before I leave Wednesday morning. Some things personally in life have come up, nothing bad, really. I mean, it's not really good, but it's just something that needed my immediate attention for the past couple of days, which is why I wasn't able to be researching and putting together a script or recording at all in the past couple of days. I tried here and there, but I really just didn't have the chunks of time that I needed to actually sit down and focus and get things done. And so you have those things, right? You have the fact that I don't want to give you guys mediocre content. I don't want to give you guys half-assed content. I don't want to give you guys part of the story. I mean, I already feel like there's so many places that I've omitted things that I felt like weren't super important to make sure I could include all the information that I feel like is important and will come back later on in the story. So I don't want to sacrifice anymore, and I don't want you guys to have to sacrifice anything more so that I can meet some self-imposed deadline that, you know, really it was unrealistic to begin with. If you think about it. I mean, if I had all the time in my day to focus on, you know, researching, recording, and editing, if I didn't have kids, if I didn't have, you know, housework to do, if I didn't have dinner to make for a family, maybe it would have been possible, maybe. But let's be real, it wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't. I tried so hard though, guys. I tried so hard. So, like I said, I'll try to have part 3 edited and up before we leave, but it may or it may not be, and then part 4 will also be coming. And I feel bad that you guys are gonna have to wait such a big gap between when part 1 and 2 come out and when part 3 and 4 come out. I didn't want that to happen, but you know, c'est la vie. We have to move on and up. And I mean, even more important than any of that is I'm gonna be going to a different country for over a week, and I'm not gonna see my kids in that amount of time. Any of my kids, none of my kids are coming with me. So for 8 or 9 days, I won't see my children. And I would really like to spend these last couple of days with them, especially with the kids being off for spring break. I wanna spend time with them, playing with them, having fun with them, you know, just holding them and cuddling them and spending time with them and giving my attention to them fully, and not having that kind of split between me on my computer, researching, typing. I want to be able to give them my full attention because I'm going to miss them as much as they drive me bananas, because they drive me bananas. And I'm sitting over here thinking, oh, I can't wait to just get on that beach and not have somebody screaming at me or throwing something in my face or yelling at me to, you know, get them a glass of milk or a popsicle. As much as I'm feeling that way, I'm also feeling like anxious and panicky, as I often do before I leave the kids for any extended period of time, because I will miss them really, really bad. and I do want to spend some time with them. So that's that. That's the channel updates. Let me get my coffee because I realize I don't have it in my hands and I am wanting it. So hold on a second. And today's coffee is brought to you by Starbucks because I had to bring Aiden to karate class this morning and I got a Starbucks on the way home because I really needed it. So it's a little sad because I feel like this is the last video where I'm gonna be talking to you guys before I leave for Mexico. Is that weird? It feels so sad. Today is Saturday, and then I leave Wednesday morning. Maybe I'll try to get like a live out or something before, just because I want to see you guys. It feels so strange. I'll try to get another coffee and crime time out at least before I leave. But let's talk about Alexa. So I was on the treadmill a couple of days ago and I don't ever watch the news or the TVs that they have up because it's usually like Fox News or CNN or something equally as polarizing. It's never anything real. But I did see this Alexa news story and it caught my eye. And then I went home and I looked it up more myself. And okay, so we all know, right? We all know that Alexa and the Google Homes and all that, they're listening to us when we talk. That's the point. We want them to listen to us when we talk. But you get this impression that it's like a computer program listening to you when you talk. It's not a real person on the other end who can hear what you're saying, who can make judgments about you or make fun of you or I don't know, anything. They can't think anything about you because we thought it was a computer program. But here's what's actually going on, at least with Alexa. I don't know if the Google Home is the same kind of thing. I assume it is. So this Bloomberg article says, Amazon.com Inc. employs thousands of people around the world to help improve the Alexa digital assistant powering its line of Echo speakers. The team listens to voice recordings captured in Echo's owners' homes and offices. The recordings are transcribed, annotated, and then fed back into the software as part of an effort to eliminate gaps in Alexa's understanding of human speech and help it better respond to commands. Okay, fair enough. Let's skip forward a little bit. Okay, the team comprises a mix of contractors and full-time Amazon employees who work in outposts from Boston, Costa Rica, India, and Romania, according to the people who signed non-disclosure agreements barring them from speaking publicly about the program. They work 9 hours a day, with each reviewer parsing as many as 1,000 audio clips per shift, according to 2 workers based at Amazon's Bucharest office, which takes up the top 3 floors of the Global Worth building in the Romanian capital's up-and-coming Papura district. The article goes on to say that the work is mostly mundane. One worker in Boston said he mined accumulated voice data for specific utterances such as Taylor Swift. And then occasionally, the listeners pick up things Echo owners likely would rather stay private. A woman singing badly off-key in the shower, or a child screaming for help. The teams use internal chat rooms to share files when they need help parsing a muddled word or come across an amusing recording. Now that's the part that got me. So now I see people sitting in this big room, kind of like a telemarketer sort of space, and listening to recordings, which I didn't even know when you talk to the Alexa that you were being recorded while you were talking. I don't know if they tell you that. I'm gonna have to look. But they're listening to these recordings, and if they find something that they think is funny, they put it in a chat room so that they can all laugh about it together. That kind of bothered me. Not that I'm worried about being heard singing in the shower, because I think they would like it. I think I give a really good shower performance, so I'm not concerned about that. In fact, it may be my way to get discovered. If only Charles Manson had had an Alexa in his bathroom when he was singing in the shower, he might have gotten a record deal. Article goes on to say sometimes they hear recordings they find upsetting or possibly criminal. 2 of the workers said they picked up what they believed was a sexual assault. When something like this happens, they may share their experience in the internal chat room as a way of relieving stress. Amazon says it has procedures in place for workers to follow when they hear something distressing, but 2 Romania-based employees said that after requesting guidance for such cases, they were told it wasn't Amazon's job to interfere. If you hear someone singing badly in the shower and you think it's funny, you can share it with your fellow employees and laugh about this person in your chat room. But if you hear someone being sexually assaulted, you need to keep it to yourself or share it in the chat room with your friends to say, this is upsetting me right now, but not do anything about it. And that's kind of strange to me, because they go on to say, we take the security and privacy of our customers' personal information seriously. So I get that, and we appreciate that. But do you really? Because what you say you're doing is you're listening to people and what they're saying into the Alexa to better get an idea of how to improve Alexa's speech recognition. But what I think you're really doing, and maybe that's part of it, but what I think is really happening is you're listening to what people are saying so that you can adjust what kinds of things you advertise towards them. What are they looking for? What do they like? And this isn't new. We know that this happens. On Facebook, on the internet, if you Google something, then suddenly that's what you're getting ads for. I think it's even strange that sometimes I'll be talking about something and then all of a sudden I'm getting an ad for it on Facebook and I didn't type it in anywhere. We know we're always being listened to. It's not just the Alexa, it's everywhere. Our computers, our phones, who knows, our smart TVs, possibly. Everything is listening to us so that they can better advertise to us and market to us and sell to us. And I get that. But even a psychiatrist, if they feel like somebody else is in danger from the patient that they're talking to, that invalidates doctor-patient privilege. But Amazon could be privy to somebody being sexually assaulted and they won't do anything about it, or they'll stay out of it. And there's been a lot of issues with the Alexa in the past. So there was this one time when Alexa recorded this couple talking together and then sent that recording to one of their contacts, like in their phone. And then there's another time where they were having a business meeting, somebody was having a business meeting, and then Alexa just started laughing for no reason, out of nowhere, without any prompts. Kind of creepy. And this was tweeted by David Woodland on March 1st, 2018. Having an office conversation about pretty confidential stuff and Alexa just laughed. Anybody else ever have that? It didn't chime as if we had accidentally triggered her to wake. She simply just laughed. It was really creepy. Yeah, that's really creepy. So I guess my issue, and maybe I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, or maybe I'm just a little paranoid in general, but my issue is if they're listening to recordings of you, can they listen to you live? There has to be a way that they could listen to you live. They could just drop in on you whenever they wanted. Because according to Amazon, they say you're only being recorded or listened to when you say the trigger word, which is Alexa. Whispered it because it's upstairs, but I don't want it to hear me. So when you say that trigger word, then it would start recording you. But it's obviously listening at all times, or it wouldn't hear you say the word Alexa, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. So can they drop in on you at all times? And then they say that the recordings are private. It doesn't include like your full name or anything, but it does include your first name and your Amazon account number, which would give that person access if they wanted to your full name and your address and your phone number and any other information about you that they'd want. Most likely not a problem if they're hiring the right people, if there's no creepy stalkers working for them, right? But you know, that leads to some things that might cause problems, especially if you don't know that you have real people listening to you, that what you're saying to Alexa and maybe what you're saying just in the presence of Alexa is always being recorded and listening to. And like, I don't know why I'm talking in such low voices. Alexa is upstairs, but my Google Home Mini is down here, and Google Home Mini probably loves that I'm talking shit about Alexa. The Google Home Mini is probably over there like, yeah, Alexa's bad news, man. You should just stay with Google. There's nothing wrong with Google. We do everything on the up and up. I am totally probably gonna get disappeared. And it's not as if I am one of these people who's like super, super paranoid. I'm not like covering the webcam on my computer all the time. I do sometimes. I have to admit, when I'm like researching super scary stuff or anything to do with like government conspiracies or something, I cover the webcam. But otherwise, I kind of know that they're listening, and I'm just like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not saying anything stupid. Like, let them listen. What are they going to hear? I'm one of the most boring people in the world. But that Alexa is in my 7-year-old son's room. He wanted it for Christmas. He really, really wanted it because he likes talking to Alexa and asking her things, and he loves playing music, and he has a hard time controlling the Bluetooth speaker that we had because he's got to play it through a phone and all this jazz, and the Alexa is set up to my Spotify, so he can just tell it to play whatever song he wants, and it's easy for him. And I don't know if I like having grown people in this country or other countries being able to kind of listen to what my 7-year-old is saying to them. That's my issue. Even if we know Alexa's listening to us, as adults who purchase this device, when we place this device in the room of a minor or in the vicinity of a minor who doesn't have the ability to give such consent or give such understanding, where's the implications there? Where does it become an issue? Where does it become an invasion of privacy for the minor who's not aware that they're being listened to? And I tweeted about this, I think yesterday or the day before. I'm so tired, and all the days have started running into each other, so I don't know what day is what anymore, but I tweeted about this recently, and then somebody retweeted my tweet, somebody who doesn't follow me, and said like, something like, you people don't think this is happening, this is why I don't have an Alexa. And I hate that you people shit. I hate when people say you people. Like, you're better than me. You're smarter than me. You are so elevated and special and intelligent that us people could never be on your level. It drives me crazy. It's one of the most condescending things to say. So she retweets my tweet and says, you people don't even realize this is what's happening. Ugh, this is why I don't have an Alexa or any of these, speakers. And I was like, oh, do you not have a smartphone or a computer? I assume you do because you're on Twitter right now. So I assume you have a smartphone or a computer. And it's the same technology, my friend. They're listening to you. They're watching you. They're looking at everything you do online. This tweet right now, they're looking at that too. Just the fact that you retweeted something that has the word Alexa in it will probably get you a nice big juicy Alexa ad in your next Google search. So stop acting like you're better and smarter than me. And she responded, she was like, I have an old smartphone. It's not the same thing at all. And I'm like, okay, if it's connected to the internet, it's the same thing. But you're smarter than me. Us people could never understand because you're just on such a higher level. You have people at both ends. You have the people that are really super suspicious and they're like, this is why I've never bought one of these. I knew they were listening. And then you have the people that are like, whatever, I don't care if they're listening. And I fall somewhere in the middle. I appreciate the convenience, but it does sketch me out a little bit that they're not more open and obvious about the fact that there's real people listening to you in your own home. I don't even think that's in like their terms and conditions, honestly. Does Amazon tell people that their employees are spying on them? It says here that Amazon's doorbell, the Ring, has been like spying on people forever. So not forever. Obviously, that hasn't been around forever, but since it's been around, that's what's been happening. So this article says that users can review voice recordings of their Alexa-powered devices on Amazon's website or the Alexa app. They can then proceed to delete the voice recordings, but Amazon warns that deleting these recordings could degrade the Alexa experience. What? I want to go on and see what Aiden is saying to his Alexa when I'm not around. Does that make me as bad as Amazon? But I really want to. So this is crazy. In 2017, only 66.7 million smart speakers were sold in the US, which is still a lot, right? But in 2018, just the year after, there was 118.5 million sold. What? Last year, the number of smart speakers in the US households rose by 78%. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go on and like try to buy an Alexa and see if it says anything about the fact that there's people listening to your recordings. I'd be curious. If you guys know, let me know. I kind of always wondered why the Echo Dot and the Google Home Mini were so inexpensive. Like I think they're both under 30 bucks or under 40 bucks because I have another Bluetooth speaker which does essentially the same thing, but it's not a smart speaker. It's just a Bluetooth speaker. It's a UE Boom, like a UE Mega Boom or something, and that thing was like 150 bucks. So why were these speakers, which have just as good quality, so inexpensive? And now I'm starting to wonder, is it because they're plants? Like they want you to have them in your home so that they can hear you, so that they can know what hobbies you're into, or if you're thinking about taking vacations, or if you're, thinking about giving your kids karate lessons, and so then they can advertise to you and profit off of you. Is that why they're so inexpensive, so that they can be more readily available and be put in so many American homes? Something to think about today. Very creepy and scary, but also I feel like that's just the way the world is going right now. So it's kind of one of those like get on or Rosie's having a bad dream. Can you hear her? You okay, Rosie? You were having a bad dream? Poor Rosie. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Alexa right now. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, because I'm curious. I'm curious to know how everybody's feeling, what the general temperature is about these smart speakers. If people are concerned or not concerned, should we be concerned? Even if we are concerned, is it gonna stop it? Probably not. When I get back from Mexico, I'm going to be doing an April favorites video. A lot of the things I've been loving this month, new products, books, TV shows, movies, things I've really been into lately. And I'm excited to do that because everybody's always asking, like, what podcasts do you like? What books do you like? What are your favorite products? Things like that. And then I can just throw it all into one video, and I can do that every month if you guys like it. Congratulations to us all for hitting 90,000 subscribers. And as I look here, we're at 90,403. So exciting AF. I'm so pumped. Thank you guys so much for always watching, for always being here, always supporting me. You mean the world to me. You'll never understand. A lot of people are surprised that I answer comments, or I try to answer all the comments, as many comments as I can. The reason I do that is because I truly enjoy interacting with you guys, truly enjoy talking to you guys. Some of your comments make me laugh out loud. You are my community. You are my people. And that's why I answer the comments, not for any other reason besides that. I'm so proud that we've come this far together, and I can't wait to see where we go or how far we go. Cue Moana. So I'll post the April favorites video when I get back. I'll also post the rest of the Charlie Manson videos, and then I'll also have the 2 other videos that I'm planning for the first half of the month to come out, to the true crime videos. I'll do more coffee and crime times. I also have a wonderful vlog planned for you where it's gonna be like my Mexico trip and my stress dealing with these Manson videos leading up to the Mexico trip, because I've been vlogging me trying to get these Manson videos out so you guys can actually see behind the scenes how ridiculous my life is sometimes. Boring, but ridiculous. And the vlog will have my Mexico trip in it, a little bit of my sister's wedding. She says it's okay if I record some of it, even though I'm the maid of honor, so I'll be like standing up there while she's getting married. So maybe I'll have Adam. Yeah, I'll have Adam vlog it or record it with my camera. He doesn't even know he's about to be a videographer for this wedding. Anyways, I'm excited, guys. And like I said, keep an eye on my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff, because I'll be posting pictures and updates and stuff there. And I will try to get one more video out for you guys before I leave. But I love you guys so much. Stay kind and stay beautiful, and have a great day. Bye. Say bye, Rosie. Say bye. Goodbye. Stay kind and stay beautiful. Mwah. No more bad dreams, okay? No more bad dreams for my Rosie. I love you so much, your little head.
And see if I